Spaeder series preview. Greg Gagne alongside my broadcast partner, Sam Lebowitz. And the Seawolves, Sam, coming off of a really impressive series win this past week, taking 4 of 6 within the division against the Richmond Flying Squirrels.
Yeah, they've taken 10 to 12 from those Squirrels this half of the season. They've looked really good against those Richmond Flying Squirrels overall this year. I mean, obviously, back here at UPMC Park earlier in May, they swept them. That was not a team at full strength, but Richmond was much more at full strength when Erie went down to the diamond last week, and Erie still outplayed them by a lot. In the games that Erie won, the 2 losses were both shutout losses, but when Erie scored runs, they scored a lot of runs. The 4 wins, 8 or more runs in every game in that series, including a season-high 14 on Saturday. Seawolves offense clicking when they scored.
Yeah, and hopefully the Seawolves can bring that offense back home because they had a tough homestand a couple of weeks ago against Altoona. The runs just weren't coming. It seems like the runs are coming in bunches on the road and not so much in a ballpark where you would expect more run production.
Yeah, absolutely. Against Altoona, they couldn't get that big hit, Greg. They got guys on base, but they couldn't get that big hit. With the Flying Squirrels last week, the big hits kept coming. The power kept coming. Hao Yu Lee had a big series. He hit 3 home runs. Chris Myers had a big series. He hit 3 home runs. So the power was flying for those guys, and I think warm weather, gorgeous weather today specifically, in this ballpark, ball is going to be flying this week.
3 weeks left in the first half. The Seawolves are sitting 1 game out of first. Both Harrisburg and Akron are tied at the top spot in the division. Only one team gets that first half championship. The Seawolves, Harrisburg, and Akron all have different paths right now, but you really like Erie's chances when they have 3 opponents coming up that are under 500.
Yeah, I really like Erie's chances over the next 3 weeks because of how the schedule is set up. Yes, they're chasing 2 teams in front of them, but they're only 1 game back. They've got this New Hampshire team that's in town this week that's under 500 by a few games. They have Altoona next week on the road. They were here. They played better baseball, but they fell back to earth last week, and I don't expect them to be as competitive necessarily if the Seawolves go into town and take care of business. And then a Somerset team that's been very up and down in that ballpark with the pitching staff that's not been super great for them this year. I think that a lot of things can happen that week in Somerset. So Seawolves, 3 teams under 500 that they're facing throughout the rest of the first half. I like Erie's chances considering the fact that the other 2 teams, they face competitors from the other division, teams that are chasing playoff spots on the other side of things in the Northeast, whereas the Seawolves don't really have to deal with that.
Hao Yu Lee might have 10 home runs in that bandbox in Somerset in a couple of weweeks. Tonight, say cheese night at UPMC Park. It is National Cheese Day. Quick, what's your favorite cheese?
Provolone.
Tomorrow, Bark at the Park. All well-behaved leash dogs receive free admission. Dogs and their owners can run the bases after the game. Thursday is a $2 Thursday with $2 concession specials. Fireworks on Friday. Then the big one on Saturday. Replica Championship ring giveaway. First 1,500. That is presented by UPMC. What do you got to do? How early you got to get here? Early. Get here early.
Earlier than
we don't want anybody telling us on social media that they got here at a certain time. They didn't get here early.
Celebrate with us.
Celebrate the championship with us. Sunday, we wrap it up 1:35. First pitch, Fauxback Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. It's the Seawolves and the Fisher Cats, AA Blue Jays in town for a week right here at UPMC Park. Spaeder is a comprehensive mechanical contractor that does work in plumbing, HVAC, fire protection, process piping, and water treatment. They do 24/7 service and repair for both commercial establishments and residential homes. Head on over to WMTSpaeder.com for more information.